Well, hello, lovelies. Just thought I'd do a reading for us today. 1st of May, can't really believe we are into May already. And the year's gone really, really quickly so far. I don't know if that's been the same for you. And it's been an interesting year, energy-wise, quite different to last year. Many people have experienced quite a lot more flow in energy. It's a much more supporting and uplifting energy this year, but it still doesn't mean we have those struggles at times where we maybe feeling that we're hitting roadblocks, or we feel stuck, or we feel that things aren't just happening for us when we want them to happen. And fortunately for us, we've got these beautiful angels around us that can guide us, can help us get through those moments, can give us insights on what we may need to do to shift ourselves out of some yucky feelings or just some negative mind states that can keep us in a holding pattern, and stuck for longer than necessary. I do want to say that in my experience of working and living and working with energy, there are ebbs and flows. It's exactly like life. We have our ups and downs, we have our ebbs and flows. And I've learned to accept the ebb as much as I love the flow, because the ebb gives me a chance to retreat, to pull back, to contemplate, and to, get some divine guidance and tap into my own intuition of what's right for me in that moment. And I often have noticed when I am in that place of full acceptance of that ebb, things start to then shift me forward in a way, and I start to get signs to say, it's all moving forward now. Things are going well, and opportunities start to occur, and connections start to happen, and life starts to get back into that beautiful flow again. So I'm going to pull us a card today from the Daily Guidance from the Angels deck, to see what message we have today for us that can help us. So I'm just choosing a card for us just to see, angels, what do you want us to know that can help us at this time? And I just feel guided to pull this card, which is an interesting card. It's Cleanse and Detoxify. Now, that is a very, very interesting message, because that is actually really pivotal for us to be doing that regularly. Cleansing and detoxifying our life, our outside world, cleansing and detoxifying our inside world, our thoughts and thought processes. What are we thinking? Is it serving us? Cleanse and detoxify our frequency, our energy field. Because when we do that, we then clear out, obviously the stuff that doesn't serve us, stuff that may be making us feel yucky and held back and heavy and low and depressed and unhappy and lost and just in a void at times. Now, when the angels bring this message in, it's usually in regards to shifting us, to help us shift us into the next level. Because they may notice that some things in our life, in whether it's outside, inside, or energetic, might not be serving us anymore, might be hindering our journey. So the guidance that I'm getting is, it's not as if we've done anything wrong to bring anything in that hasn't helped us, or that's holding us back, or that's bringing us down, to let go of any thoughts of negativity around that we may have made a mistake, done something wrong, we're not doing our life right in the way that it should be done, whatever it is that may go through our mind at times when we're in that zone where we're in that ebb of life at times, or maybe we're in a full flow and we need to take ourselves to the next level. So first of all, I'm going to start with the mind. They want me to work well, bring some insight in regards to the mind, because our mind has the biggest influence over us in our life and how we do our life. So cleansing and detoxifying our mind is asking us to question our thoughts that we're having about certain situations, whether it's about ourselves or other people or what we're trying to do. And if we notice that some of those thoughts are negative or judgmental or, you know, and they're self-defeating thoughts, you know, they're holding us back, they're telling us we can't do certain things when deep inside our soul we want to do it, or they're telling us we're not good enough, we're not ready, we haven't got what it takes. We need to question those thoughts and really ask ourselves, is that true? And start to analyse certain aspects of our mind and our thought processes. And then we need to choose better thoughts that can actually help us. So often, if you've got a thought that's negative, you can flip it on its side and make it more of a positive thought. And you can then feel into that positive thought to get the energy of that thought into the body. So then that kind of charges up the energy field at the same time. So for instance, if you are in a process of doing something and you've hit a block, and you are noticing that you've got thoughts like, this is too hard, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, I haven't got what I need, all those kinds of negative thoughts, we flip them on their side and we say, look, you know, I am good enough, I am going to do this, solutions there in life, and I'm going to ask for help for them to come to me. And that's where our angels come in, because we can hand over some of those, let's say, mental burdens to them so that they can then go to work and help to support us and bring solutions in and opportunities in and line things up for us so that we can shift through that. And then we start to actually naturally feel better. And the thought processes start to shift as well. So other things about cleansing and detoxifying is the physical body. Now, if we've been on a path where we have been indulging in, you know, maybe things that are not serving us, like maybe we've not had enough sleep, we're watching too much TV or films, and we're having late nights, so we're not replenishing our body with enough rest. We may be reaching for stimulants like caffeine and tea and caffeinated drinks and things like that to help keep us going through the day. Again, indulgence in those for too long can actually have a detrimental effect on the body. You know, it's okay every now and then, and it's okay to have a cup of tea and a cup of coffee, but it is like if you're using it as a drug to keep you going through your daily life, then that's telling you that you're actually imbalanced and you need to do something about that, and you need to bring in some more purification around your body and maybe drink some more water and reduce the caffeine and get the early night sleep. So that's just an example. Another way in our physical body is often, you know, when we notice that we're not well, we're feeling low, we've got aches and pains, we've got things going on in our body that may be hindering us, you know. Maybe we've had a headache for a number of days and, you know, it's kind of sideswiped us. Maybe we've got backache. Maybe there's things going on that is our body sending us signals that something is not quite right, and we need to look at that. Now, you know, obviously long-term symptoms, it may be worth checking that with a physical, you know, like a physician, a doctor, a medical practitioner, if you're concerned about that. But, you know, if it's just like random aches and pains that come every now and then, maybe your energetic frequency of your body is imbalanced and you need to change your lifestyle, like bringing in more rest, drinking more water, eating a more healthier diet, maybe getting an energy healing that can rebalance your chakra system, which is your energy system up and down the spine that actually runs your whole body, mind and soul in its frequency. It's almost like they're like the wheels of energy that drive us in all sorts of levels. And I've noticed that for me, I can tell when what chakra is out of alignment, so then I will work on that for myself in that particular, whatever it is I feel I need at that time, to help bring balance back into that, and then my overall sense of well-being can improve. Because interestingly enough, you only need one chakra that's out of balance that then sends signals out into the body that can then create imbalances in the other chakras. And I've learned that through the years of working with yoga, working with the chakra system, energy healing, and understanding how it operates in our physical body, but also in our mental body, and also in our spiritual aspect, our auric field, our energy field. And another aspect of a cleanse and detoxification, which can really improve our life, is around bringing balance so that we can connect to our soul's frequency, which is our divine spark and essence, which in its essence is always in alignment with the divine. But what happens is we have veils of blockages that stops us from connecting to that. And if we're living an unhealthy lifestyle, or a lifestyle that's pushing us to our limits, and we're burning ourselves out in all sorts of ways, you know, and our mind's not operating very well, and our physical body's not operating very well, we're not going to be able to connect to the essence of that soul to get the guidance that's going to help move us on our life path, that's going to bring that life fulfillment, that sense of connection, that sense of ease and grace, and overall joy about who we are in our life. So cleansing, detoxifying is an amazing message for us all that we can all take on board. And what I suggest for you is to sit for a moment and contemplate on what that may mean for you. If you have noticed there's areas of your life that are imbalanced, that are not working for you, you know, physical, mental, outside areas of your life, you need to contemplate on that and ask yourself, what is it that I'm doing that's creating that imbalance? And allow your body to give you the answer. Now, if you can't figure that out, you can always reach out to somebody else that can help with the insights on that. The angels are perfect, obviously. You can get a reading, or you can do your own reading for that. Other people that are intuitive, healers, that can bring in that insight to pick up on things that you can't quite reach because there's some veils of blockages that's stopping you reaching that insight. So, an amazing message. One thing for me is that I know that my body is changing so much, and it has changed so much over this last few years, and particularly this year, because the frequencies are a lot higher this year. So there's a lot of upgrades and DNA changes and energetic frequency changes in us. So things need to change in our life to match that. And I realised for myself, as I was going through changes and experiencing some of the side effects of that, there were certain things I need to change in my life that helps me align to that. So one of my things is, my priority is my health. That comes to the top of my list, where I make sure I drink lots of water. I eat very, very good foods. I restrict my level of intake on stimulants like caffeine. You know, I might have the odd coffee every now and then, but I know if I drink too much of it, it doesn't help me. I ask my body what it needs, and sometimes it says, I just need fresh air and I need to go outside. And so I will follow through on that. So it's like listening to the intuitive guidance of your body. And going out into nature is one of the most cleansing and detoxifying things you can do for yourself. And if you do that regularly and you connect to nature, nature can also give you messages to help you. I'm very, very connected to the earth energy, and Mother Earth teaches me a lot about myself and, you know, what's important for me to keep myself in tip-top form to do what I do. So I am hoping that this message really helps you. There's lots of detail. But do contemplate on what you might need. And I just want to mention that at the moment I've got a special offer on in regarding the Angel Alchemy healings. Now, this can be a hands-on healing where it's an energetic frequency. So if you can get to see me, and I'm in Auckland, you can come and get a hands-on healing where I work with the Archangel realm for an alchemic session to rebalance the energy field in a number of ways. But also, very importantly, because I have other modalities, other skills, I can work on the mind level as well, where I've got mindset training and coaching training to help you shift your mind states, to shift you into ways of thinking better about yourself. And I can also offer advice on overall balancing of your physical body in your health aspect. You know, it's a box of beautiful tools that, you know, over time I've learned and integrated in my life, and I know that work, and I know that they work for my clients. So if you're keen to connect with me, just send me a private message. There's a special offer on. It's about an hour's session. Sometimes goes on a little bit longer depending on what is needed. But you will get a healing in the area that you need, and you'll also get divine insight on what you need to do to take yourself forward, to keep that balance going. So they're $99, you know, for the session, for this special offer, and you're going to get a lot for it. So I just want to add that in. I'm not plugging anything because I need to get clients. I just want to share that because I've been guided for the month of May to offer this, because we've got a lot of energy shifts going on in May, and you may find that you're hitting blocks, and you may find you're feeling a little bit low and out of sorts and things like that, and there's angelic support that can help you. Anyway, so I'm going to leave it there for now. Have a fabulous day wherever you are, and thank you for being here and watching this video and taking the time, which is actually serving you in some way. I just really want to let you know that. Giving yourself the time to listen and integrate and contemplate on what I've said today is going to help you in some way, shape or form. So sending you lots of love and angel blessings. Speak to you again soon. Bye-bye.